let's look at energy and light are one of the most critical components of a building, and in terms of cost, they will affect the running cost of a building in the maximum manner of all the various components that we have that impact the cost. And comfort, again, if you have buildings that are expensive to run, or if you have buildings that are not comfortable, you're going to get screwed. So
किराया
these
नहीं
two-
चढ़ेगा भाई.
हाँ.
And I would tell, to add to what Deepak said, look at anywhere around you. When you see buildings which are खाली, either उनका rent बहुत ज़्यादा है, rent ज़्यादा है तो maybe they have built quality wise effectively, या अगर खाली पड़ी हैं तो या तो heat बहुत आती है, या noise बहुत आती है, या light बहुत आती है.
मैं तो कहूँगा
या फिर कोई भूत बंगला है तो अलग बात है.
I do want to tell one story. I do want to tell story how important energy is. This is about a major bank in Bareilly. So they'd gone and they'd taken a building on rent, which was all glass building. ठीक है.
Nice looking building.
Nice looking building, and they were paying more. Typically, a glass building versus a non-glass building gets more rent.
Correct.
बिजली चली गई वहाँ पे, generator did not come off. After a while, they had to break glass to just for people to be able
Get
to
out of the
survive in that building. No, they actually broke glass. क्योंकि बिजली जाती थी बाहर रेगुलर, तो आता नहीं था, तो शीशा तोड़ना पड़ा उनको. So that is the kind of comfort that, in a sun building, if it's not properly designed, you can get into deep trouble.
The solutions are all available. First, you have to know about them.
No.
Then you have to be aware of what they cost and what they bring on the table.
Yes.
And then you use them, which takes me to our episode. If you guys do workout nowadays become a part of everybody's life, hopefully. Workout. I have a friend who was asking, how's life, buddy? He said, all good. क्या चल रहा है? Workout. Workout. Now, but that you're in a gym and you're in an indoor environment, which talks about our health and our wellness. And what has that got to do with the concept of building envelopes, Deepak?
It's got a lot to do with health can be impacted, most by the external matters. I mean, yoga is one part of it that we can control inside.
Correct.
But outside factors, the building envelope has to play a major role.
So that's noise?
There's noise, there's ventilation. These are two major aspects of a building. We've talked about vision in a sense, which is also impacting the health, but noise and ventilation are two major aspects.
How does hardware play a role in noise control and ventilation broadly, Alok?
So I think again, I am very repetitive when I say everything is a system. So we talked about glass being laminated or other glasses
Tempered or
which
whatever.
have acoustic properties. But ceilings on the windows, your EPDMs, they play a major role. The hardware, if a door closer should be, आपने सब कुछ डिज़ाइन कर दिया, उसके ऊपर डोर क्लोजर या ऑपरेटर ऐसे नहीं है जो उसको प्रॉपरली
पूरा बंद
शट
कर
कर रहा है. आपका स्लाइडिंग सिस्टम ऐसा नहीं है कि वहाँ तक पहुँच गया, बट अगर आपका टिल्ट एंड स्लाइड है, उसको प्रॉपर उसकी क्लोजिंग नहीं हुई, सीलिंग नहीं हुई, सो आपका जितना भी डिज़ाइन है, आप जितना मर्जी कुछ कर लो, आपने उसको जगह छोड़ दिया, वो लीकेज वहीं से हो गया. आपने it's a very different thing, hardware being a very small percentage,
but it's very imperative
of the total system. But everything then finally boils down to the hardware. How is it sliding? How is it locking?
how well the system is
how
working.
the well system is behaving, including
Windows specifically
the
for that,
compatibility. And again, there are security elements also come into play. You may have a security film on your glass door preventing it, but your lock is not proper. It is not a thing people can just break into a lock and get into your
मतलब
house.
आपने लगा दिया 5,000 रुपए फुट का मार्बल और विंडो
रुपए
सिस्टम
आपने
या
lock पे
एनवेलप
बचा
ढंग का नहीं लगाया तो वो 5,000 रुपए पानी पड़ा रहेगा.
आपने डोर क्लोजर नहीं लगाया ठीक तरीके से, आपने हिंज नहीं लगाया प्रॉपर, वो दरवाज़ा सैग कर गया, आपका मार्बल फ्लोरिंग उसने खराब कर
घिस दिया.
सो दीज आर वेयर पीपल आपने लाखों करोड़ों रुपए खर्च दिए सिस्टम पे. You have all the intelligence of the architect in deciding the glass, deciding the system, various sun factor, radiating factor, but end of the day, and we find कि नहीं hardware में जी थोड़ा सा बचा लेते हैं. Sometimes the window people have to give options because the moment a window, if I say, let's say I'm going to you as a client, that मेरा विंडो इतने रुपए स्क्वायर फुट है, अब बोले बॉस ये तो इतने रुपए स्क्वायर फुट दे रहा है, इतने वही एल्यूमिनियम है.
Always be a challenge.
No, but
and again I'll boil down to you have to find for the optimum solution.
Absolutely.
You can't say I want only top of the line or I want the cheapest. There has to be something based on what are your requirements. And as far as your question on wellness was concerned, I think in my personal experience the biggest challenge is that you we're talking about envelope. So you seal the building envelope so well that there is no air transfer and there is no exchange of air, etc. And in a city like we live in Delhi and NCR, you find where the pollution levels are so high. So we find the easiest solution, particularly about homes.
Air purifier.
ये है कि air purifier लगा लो.
पर सर उसमें यही प्रॉब्लम है, वही बता रहा हूँ कि आपने 2 घंटे लगा के या घंटा लगा के आपके एयर प्योरीफायर ने आपका कमरा कर दिया, लेकिन अगर आपके कमरे के अंदर वो प्रॉपरली वो दरवाज़ा विंडो बंद ही नहीं है।
नहीं, मैं तो उल्टी बात कर रहा हूँ मौलिक जी।
कार्बन
मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ
सील कर दो
कि
आप
आपने अच्छी तरह सील कर दिया अंदर। आप प्रैक्टिकली टेल यू, इन माय ओन बेडरूम आई स्विच ऑन द एयर प्यूरिफायर, आई फील कंफर्टेबल। Morning when I get up and I look at the my
CO2.
AQI meter, it shows me that CO2 is at dangerous level because there
You're not
was
letting it
no
breathe, no?
ventilation.
Yeah. You're not
आपने
letting it
इतना
breathe.
ज़्यादा सील कर दिया उसको कि अब को वो तो ब्रीद ही नहीं कर रहा है। और अब फिर आप क्या करते हैं, हम फिर एज ए रिचुअल गेट अप इन द मॉर्निंग, ओपन द डोर्स एंड विंडोज फॉर अ व्हाइल, let PM 2.5 go up, doesn't matter, but let the
oxygen
CO2
level.
be addressed, and then you turn on the, of course in larger buildings there are solutions for TFA and other things, but in a normal house, Shobita, I would say, do you have a solution that where there is a minimal amount of ventilation which keeps the air change to a minimal level, an optimal level, without affecting the or while addressing the pollution?
Yeah, I mean, see, if there is rain, just like today, weather is good, okay, and pollution level is low, of course, windows is the best solution, okay. That there are 2 windows, one window is breathing in and second window is
Breathing out.
Breathing out.
Cross
So
ventilation.
it's like lungs. So the windows are the lungs of the of your building, okay. So you have to inhale and at the same time you have
Exhale.
to
Exhale.
exhale. Then only the indoor would be clear, okay. The fresh air has to come inside and the stale air has to go outside. But in case there's too much pollution, okay, you can't open the window because with the fresh air will come the pollution inside.
For sure.
So at those times, instead of windows, there are some small equipments which are installed on the wall only, okay. They have the filters, they have, in fact, also they have the humidity control.
She's
which are
talking about
installed-
TFA.
I'm just trying to
Yeah.
comparability.
You're talking about TFA.
Right. So these are the solutions that, I mean, instead of windows, you can use those solutions which can, you can have fresh air inside. At the same time, you can control the filter level and the humidity level as well.
I'll talk about a hotel and name it also. Train used to, the goods train used
Pीछे
to go, and they would give a very loud siren, and people inside would get disturbed sleep. That did not wake up the administration or the owners.
All the
but
guests.
one thing did. One fine morning, the British Airways pilot, he woke up and he says, "I won't fly. I'm not fit because I could not sleep last night because of the noise." And it became a huge. The flight had to be cancelled, and there had to be another group of flying crew that had to be brought in from London to take the flight back to London. And then it was so much in the news that then they embarked upon themselves कि ये भी क्या करना चाहिए मेरे को, मतलब अंदर जो है डेसिबल लेवल
आवाज।
आवाज नहीं आनी चाहिए।
जो दिल्ली मेट्रो जब पहली बार लगी, जो we've had this issue come in many of these hotels and offices because we had not designed those buildings for sound. So we've actually worked with a few of these hotel chains to be able to control sound issues.
उसमें
Noise
तो
level.
और दिक्कत है ना, sound also travels through under the ground in
Yeah.
case
In
of
the
railways
airports.
and
Correct.
yeah, because it's a
Vibration, right.
And when you talk about sound again, you have to apply the principle of maximum mass and maximum asymmetry, because each medium that is
Gives out a
dividing
different,
the interior and exterior, so it will not be effective, or it will be transparent to other things. To give you an example, in my own house, I have large windows, 3 meter by 3 meters, and I have used a double glazed glass with one glass as laminated glass, and I can tell you, I can not hear anything that is going on. Couple of times there were thunderstorms and huge noise outside. We were sleeping tight, we didn't even know कि बाहर कुछ हो रहा है. But the pleasant thing is, morning when we wake up, we can still hear the chirping of the birds.
The
because
frequency.
the chirping of the birds come at
Different
a
frequency.
different
Yeah, it's
frequency,
medium frequency.
and in spite of all these barriers, it is transparent to those.
Make sure you make conscious decisions. That's the whole premise of what we are trying to do here as multiple associations to bring knowledge. That's it. Just use this knowledge and make sure you make more conscious decisions.
Yeah.
And of course, there's season 2 coming up. Please watch this episode. I think by the end of it, you could have watched something. But thank you very much. Thank you, Shobhita, Alok,
Thank you.
Deepak,
Thank
and
you.
Sir.
Thank you.
And this continues. So if you found this interesting, you can like, subscribe,